Okay, guys, so we're back with another For Dummies guide. Today it's on Hisoka because, well, he's in high demand. Everyone's spying him, everyone doesn't know how to play him, stuff like that, yada yada. So we're going to be making a guide for him today because, yeah, just no one knows how to play him and he has decent combos. He's just a really weird character. Not a lot of people like him because he can't really play brain dead. He's very M1 based, kind of like Aizen and Sasuke. I'll be making a dummy guide for time skip Sasuke in the near future within the next week or two. I just want to kind of space him out a little bit because I do also plan on making a what do you call it? Chill ranked with Sasuke. So I want to kind of balance it out a little bit. I'm making this one because Hisoka just came out, but without further ado, we're gonna get into what he can do. He's very M1 based, like I said earlier, and it's kind of hard to play him for that because people can just play ranged. Because well, you can't really get close, and his guard break can't really hit much, and his other guard break really doesn't go far. So I'd say characters that have to get in and close to you are characters you can do good against, like Naruto, any form of Naruto, any form of Sasuke, Krillin, people like that, people who have to get up close and box. Hisoka is fine against because they gotta get close. Ranged characters slash campy-ish characters like Old Joe and Broly and whatnot, he really doesn't do good against. Kodo, people like that, he just can't really compete with. He can also do fine with Byakuya and pretty much a lot of the Bleach characters because they have to get kind of close as well. So now that you know that, we should get into the moves. His first move is really weird. There's a few ways to use it. So if you have no one marked with it and you hit someone with bungee gum, you kind of tap them. And if you have one person marked and you have another person marked, they'll go colliding, like they'll hit each other, and the bungee gum will go away. The third thing bungee gum can do is if you have someone marked and you press bungee gum on them, you'll pull them towards you. It's not the best thing. It's probably the worst option because while you're pulling them, they can just do whatever they want, and you can't do anything. So just do not use it. It's bad. It might get buffed. If it does, I'll leave it in the comments. And the fourth thing you can do with it is if someone is marked with bungee gum and you have cards lying around on the ground like that, if you press bungee gum, the cards will go flying back to them. But you can't play brain dead. You got to make sure that they're not blocking when you do this. So maybe mid combo or something along those lines. And that's about all bungee gum can really do. So we're gonna go to the next move. Alright, so his second move, Bungee Flow, it really isn't that good. It's only really useful for combos or if your opponent's being brain dead and uses like finishing slate. They're just sitting there. So this is what it looks like. It does 15 damage, and it's a guard break, but it's not really that good. Has a lot of startup, and you're very vulnerable. It got buffed though, fortunately. It used to be able, not it used to not have any hyper armor, so that I guess works. But yeah, just don't use it in in neutral. It's like pulling out black box in neutral. You're never gonna hit it. So just do it in combos. That's pretty much all you gotta know about that move. His next move, card throw, it's literally just shurikens with a Carolina Smash animation. So this is what it looks like. And that does 16 damage. 18, my bad. 3 times 6. But like I said earlier, that goes along with bungee gum. Just make sure they don't despawn. They despawn pretty quick, so you gotta kind of have them marked prior. And you gotta know what you're doing. But they're on a really quick cooldown. They're pretty much just shurikens, which helps. So that in itself is really good because, in my opinion, shurikens are some of the best moves in the game. Any variant of the shuriken too. And his last move, Card Slicer, this is probably his best move besides Card Throw because it does 30 damage and it's a guard break. But like I said earlier, the hit reg is kind of bad. But here's what it looks like. Also that and it knocks them away. So you really don't have any combo potential unless you're ending a combo, and that's what it looks like. So we're going to clean up the dummies and then I'll show you his awakening. Alright, so this is his awakening. He kinda goes pedo mode a little bit. Bungee Flail is probably one of his better moves in Awakening, because he can kind of fling people into other people, and it does good damage if you do that. And it's just good overall, it's a combo ender. And here's what it looks like. You just kind of grab him, and then you swing him around. And the funny thing is, it's, well, actually that's not funny, but it does more damage in crowds, so if you're playing 2v2s or when you're in free-for-all or something, that's a really good time to use it. His second move, Bungee Gum, it does the same thing as it does in normal, but it does 10 damage when you hit them. Texture Surprise, it just heals you to full, so if I come over here and get hit, I can heal all the way up. And his last move, Card Throw, it guard breaks in Awakening, and they do 6 damage a pop, so that's 36 damage if you land them all. And that's what it looks like. It's really good. And it does, the Bungee Gum does more damage when they come flying together in Awakening. So that's pretty much all he has going for his Awakening. That was kind of quick, but his Awakening isn't really that quick either. Oh, I also forgot to mention, he gets points pretty quick. So he's pretty good in teams for that, because, well, guard throws are kind of stupid. And with that, I guess we're done looking at the moves. Now I can give you some combos, some sweet combos. I know you guys are looking at those because his combos are kind of hard. So the first one I kind of want to show you is an easy one. We'll start with an easy one. The first one you can do is knock him down into the ground and Card Slicer. That's pretty easy. They can block it though, but if that block breaks, you can just come back in, 4 hits. Shuriken, la-di-da, do whatever you want. And that's the first combo. If you want to spice it up a little bit, I figured out a name for it. You can do a grounded aerial instead of doing the meteor smash. So you can just do a grounded meteor smash in the Card Slicer, and that's a guaranteed combo. And that's what it looks like. They can't avoid it, and it's pretty good. It does a lot of damage. And another combo, you can do this. This one involves Bungee Flail, so you know this is going to be good. So this one's kind of weird because alright, so there's attack canceling, but you gotta kind of time the attack cancel right. You have to kind of Bungee Flail early in the attack cancel, but not early enough to just use it flat out. Here, I'll show you. Nope, never mind. Okay, let's try it now. That's what I mean. You gotta do it kind of early. But that's what that looks like. It does 20 damage on top of 15, so that's 35. That's a decent combo. And this one's kind of a hard combo. I don't know if I'm gonna get it first try, but it does a lot of damage. So I'll show you. This one, when you can pull them up in the air, you want to be holding space the whole time, or else you'll just down tilt, and that's no good. That's the combo. If you guard break, you just go in, do your 3 hits, and then attack cancel on the Bungee Flail. If you don't have that up, just Bungee Gum them, no problem. You can ground slam them and whatnot. So those are all of his combos, more or less. And I guess I'll get into the tips now, starting with tip number 1. If you don't have any of those and you want to get a quick Bungee Gum and you don't want to knock him away, here's what you can do. You can up tilt on your 3rd hit and it'll pull them towards you. Up tilt on your 4th hit, my bad. Up tilt attack cancel with Bungee Gum and they'll come flying right back to you. And you can keep comboing that into whatever you want. You can just pretty much do anything with it. That's just a good tip if you don't have anything, but you want to kind of get Bungee Gum off while keeping a combo. And if you want to knock them away, you can attack cancel a sidekick into Bungee Gum. So here's what that looks like. I lied. That is not what it looks like. This is what it looks like. There we go. They go really far. So if you want to make distance, I don't know why you'd want to create distance with Hisoka, because that's countering himself. But if you need distance, you can get it pretty easily. And I guess for the real tips now, pretty much all you really need to know is just get close, but not stupidly aggressive, because you really don't have any moves that can ditch you out of trouble. And another thing you need to know is never Card Slicer when they're standing on the ground. Wait for them to jump and then jump yourself. if you need to get extra height because they pull shurikens or something, you can just do a second jump. That's kind of what it looks like. If they jump, just jump again. No big deal. If they don't jump, well, woohoo, you did a free 30 damage, or you got a guard break, and you can just go in and cards, whatever, a bungee flail, pretty much anything. You just get a free combo, more or less. And yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know about Hisoka. He's just a good character. Don't play him against ranged characters or brain dead characters. He's kind of a hard character because, well, shurikens and hard to land guard breaks and whatnot. So yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know about Hisoka. Oh, one thing I did forget to tell you guys is combos and awakening. So this is what a really good one looks like. So you can spot the bread and butter, ground slam, and the bungee flail, and that's a 100-0. If they block the cards, no big deal. We got a combo for you. Do not be afraid. So this one kind of involves what I was talking about earlier with the whole attack cancel up tilts into bungee gum. So I'll show you. If you get that off, attack cancel that into a ground slam bungee flail. I kind of did that late, but it does a lot of damage. Sometimes it can 100-0, sometimes it won't. Depends on how many cards you miss. And that's about it. Make sure you drop a like and whatnot. I'll probably post in like 2 days. I'll probably try and space them out a little bit so I don't get bored of making them. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.